If you work in tech, this LinkedIn article should be relevant to you. It talks about how draconian PIPs are under fire. A PIP is a performance improvement plan, and the reason this matters is because nobody wants to get fired. I feel like a lot of people are drawn to careers in tech because they present tremendous upside. And with great opportunity comes great responsibility as well. The highest paying and most lucrative tech jobs are performance-based roles, meaning engineering or sales, essentially the two roles that create the most value at any tech company. I personally work in tech sales, and there's a lot of pressure to perform, partially because my income is directly correlated with how much revenue I close, how many deals I win, but also because if I don't perform, I'm at risk of being fired, and there's a lot of pressure around that. I feel like stability in life is really important, which is why smashing the like button on this video really means a lot to support the channel. The article talks about PIPs essentially being a root cause to help with employee motivation. This is a common tactic many tech companies deploy. You most likely see viral posts on LinkedIn of workers talking about their experience getting fired or leaving a business because of a traumatic experience. And oftentimes, the root cause of that, a symptom, is being put on a PIP. And essentially what this means is if you're an underperforming employee, the employer can then put you on a PIP and monitor your activity for a set period of time. And if you don't meet a certain criteria of metrics, of outcome, you could be at risk of getting fired. And the reason this matters, and I think the reason it draws so much attention, is because this tactic or strategy can lead to a lot of disengagement. It can lead to employee burnout. And if you're on a PIP, it can be virtually impossible to take any time off. So I want to share my opinion on this. And I really feel like there's two viewpoints we need to look at this from. First and foremost, from the company standpoint, and then secondly, from the individual employee standpoint. Each actor needs to take responsibility for this issue if we want it to get better. And some of the underlying tailwinds of this are, you see the Great Resignation, the Great Reshuffle. Despite the 50 largest companies in the US turning a profit and making a lot of money since the start of the pandemic, virtually all of them have laid employees off during that time. And this is now becoming an employee loyalty issue. And how do you build a company? How do you build a culture of performance? So first and foremost, from the company's perspective, I think PIPs are okay. I think back to past CEOs who used to deploy the tactic of taking the bottom 10% of the company from a performance standpoint and straight up firing them to motivate performance throughout the organization. And this PIP is more of an individualized sniper shot at, hey, if you as an individual are not carrying your weight, we're gonna put you on the PIP. I feel like the individual organization needs to take more responsibility for the training, for setting the right expectations for the employees, and also from a hiring standpoint as well. Beginning with hiring, I think it's really important to hire the right people. That's why whoever you are, however you may be watching or listening, you may be looking for a job in tech. So during that interview phase, research the company and the cultural values, what they stand for, what is their mission, what are they trying to accomplish. And if you align to that, you should go work for the company, because if you inherently believe in what the company is trying to accomplish, you will be more successful, and the company will be more successful as a result of hiring in the right talent. From a training and enablement standpoint and setting the right expectations, I think it starts with being very clear about, hey, your quota is this. Hey, you need to write X amount of lines of code per month. But here are the resources to help you be successful. We, of course, have an enablement team. We have a training resource with all of these live trainings, but we need to take responsibility for identifying, are there talent gaps across our business, and proactively closing them so that we put our employees in the best position to be successful as possible. From the employee standpoint, and the way I look at this in my own career, because I work in tech sales, I'm under a lot of pressure each and every day to perform, and I want to perform. Something we talk about is adopting a founder's mindset, a founder's mentality. Although I am a cog in the wheel and just an average employee on the front line, and if I were to be terminated tomorrow, it would absolutely mean nothing. Business would carry on forward. And I think we all need to recognize that as the employee, we are replaceable no matter how special we feel, and that can be a hit to our ego. But nonetheless, we still need to adopt a founder's mentality and take ownership and pride in our work. and furthering the company, making the company more successful, because if the team wins as a whole, we win as individuals. And to me, a founder's mentality means taking accountability for your work and saying, okay, if my company expects me to make 50 calls a day, I'm gonna make 100 cold calls a day. If my company expects me to be on 5 live meetings per week, sales calls, whatever you wanna refer to it as, I'm gonna be on 10 per week, because I'm acting as if I'm a founder. I'm acting as if I have equity in the company. And if the company even gives you equity, that's an even better sign, because they want you to feel that way. So the 2 key stakeholders here are the individual company. Those are some tips I recommend to any organization to hopefully mitigate the risk of employees' disengagement and not being motivated, so we don't have to put people on PIP, so we don't see these viral LinkedIn posts of people quitting and all this. We just want people to be happy. And then from the frontline employee standpoint, like myself, and this is advice that I'm taking as well, is I want to act like a founder. I want to act like I'm an owner of the company. I care about the company. I want the company to be successful so that I can be successful as well. Everyone wins in the end, and that's my thoughts on the draconian PIPs. Will they go away? Most likely not. Do I hope to avoid ever being on one? Absolutely so. Let me know in the comments your experience. Have you ever been on a PIP? And what are your thoughts from an employee motivation standpoint? If you don't have any thoughts, but you'd like to support the channel by helping promote this video via the algorithm, comment the book or the journal emoji. This is my personal journal that I write my goals in each and every day. Would love to see some journals in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button below. Subscribe to the channel for more videos we post daily. Connect with me on LinkedIn if you'd like to join networks. Follow me on TikTok as well. Bye, guys.